Hello and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do some simple resin casting. As you can see, my bench is a mess, and we're going to do some simple stuff. But before we get into that, don't forget, I got a new sign. Zforce Modelworx. If you type in rate 10, you get 10% off of all their products. Also, don't forget to see me on the Model Car Enthusiast podcast. I'll be on there as one of the co-hosts. And one more thing, don't forget, again, Charlotte Scale Models, Region 12 Contest Show and Vendors. Here is the information for that. If you're in the Charlotte area and you'd like to join us at this show, just go to their website and for the rules and entry forms and categories and vendor information and stuff. So don't forget to check them out. And then we had coming up, we have the, let's see, I forgot to get it out. I think the next thing we have coming up will be the Hope It Don't Snow show. And that is January 17th. At the NARA Event Hall in Spartanburg, South Carolina, and it's a new venue. I guess I should be back further on that, but I'll be talking about this show. This is probably the next show I'll be going to. Don't forget to check that out. That's January 17th in Spartanburg. Okay, so I'm still in a mess from Acme show. I haven't really done a lot in my room. I kind of took a break, but we're going to look at some simple resin casting. So I like Illuminate is what I use. And again, I'm an amateur at this. I am not a professional. So, you know, I'm just doing a couple little things, you know, nothing major. I'm not getting into bodies and stuff like that. These are simple one-piece molds. I have done some two-piece molds, but I don't know if I'm going to do a video on that. So the actual rubber that I use is Illuminate Part A and Part B. And I don't know if there's a number on this as far as a product number. I know if you go to their website, Illuminate. Am I saying that right? I hope I'm saying that right. Let's see. Yeah, you can go on there and you can look at, they have many different products. So that's my rubber making ability stuff. And that's really what we're going to do today. We're just going to, I do have the actual resin, but we're going to look at making the molds today and how to do that. Now, what I do is I start out with, of course, we'll look at, let's just say we want to make a rim. This is a uncapped rally wheel. This is an MPC uncapped rally wheel, 1/25th scale. Let's just say we want to make one of those. And I use the styrene that has this grid on it because it snaps really easy. You can just, you know, snap that off. They're all square, you know. So let's just say we want to make, we're going to do this one here. And what you can get is you can either get your own modeling clay or Illuminate sells clay. They used to sell at Hobby Lobby. They had a little complete kit. It came with everything. It came with a little bar of clay. It came with both the rubber and the resin. But every one I bought, the resin, the part B, was like really bad. So I just go on to Illuminate and buy it directly from them. I think it's safer. In fact, I don't think Hobby Lobby even sells it anymore. So that's what you're going to be mounting. So you're going to take a little bit of that clay and you would be mounting that to your base. Pretty simple. And then you would make your sides. And of course you want it tall enough that, you know, you can make the mold. So we do 3. Did we do 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we did 3, didn't we? Oops. Oopsie. Need some bigger ones. So here we have our basic 4 sides. Now you can glue these together. You can glue this all together into a box using any kind of glue you want. I'm lazy. I just tape them. I just tape them all together because I'm lazy. Oops, dropped something. And bumping, because you know that's what I do. I do bumping. You know, you're just going to tape them together and make yourself a little box. So you're going to tape all of them together. And if you're not going to glue them together, you gotta tape all the seams like the whole way around so that nothing leaks underneath. Okay, so then you have a little box with your part inside of it. Now, of course, these are A and B, and they come with measuring cups. And I have mine already marked. It's 50-50 mix. So at least on mine it is. So I just mixed mine up, and here you can see I already. This is from the last one I just did. So anyway, you're going to mix part A and part B, almost like mixing epoxy. And then you're going to pour it carefully. Now, when you pour it in here, you got to be careful that you don't get any bubbles. So you want to pour it very slowly as it gradually just builds up. I would pour not on the part itself. I would pour it off the edge here, like in here, and just let it slowly build up and then cover the part. I've never actually got a bubble in the rubber. I got bubbles in the actual resin more than I did in the rubber. But as long as you pour that slowly, that's what you should get. Now, the reason I'm showing you all this is because, and here's some other molds that I've already made. These are rally wheels. These are mag wheels of kit parts, some of my favorites. Here's a Ford taillight panel. I think that's like a 64, 65. There, we got some junk in it, but you know, these are simple one-piece molds, nothing fancy. So here's some Baldwin Motion valve covers, big block valve covers, and here you can see where I cast those. Again, just small little parts. So here, the reason I'm telling you this because I'm going to be doing some more vacuum forming, and I need to make some molds. So you know, I got my brass molds redone with heavier brass, and somewhere down the line I'm going to do a video showing that. I'll probably show that when I show this. But I recently I have a project that has a bubble top, and the one I had was a little bit rough. It wasn't as clear as I would have liked it, and it was pretty thick. It was from the Revell parts pack, and I want to make a mold so I can do a bunch of them, because I have a couple friends who like the bubble tops. So we're gonna make a rubber mold to make a resin casting to then do some vacuum forming for. So this is a one-piece mold of a little bubble top. So you can see, if I'd have glued this together, I wouldn't have all this. But you know how that is. But we won't tell anybody that I'm lazy. And all you're going to do then is you're just going to pull these sides off. And then we're going to have a nice mold of my bubble top, which we will resin cast. So we're going to be gentle with this. to do a little bit of trimming on it, but and there I have my original. I have a very, very nice, clean mold of my bubble top. Again, I'm not doing complicated resin casting. We should get Kenny K-Dog to do, he resin casts all the time. He should do a video on resin casting. I'm sure he's a lot better. Well, yeah, he's done it for quite a few years. Actually, he's the one that told me I should be casting my molds for my vacuum former versus doing it other ways. So I'm still going to do my good one in brass, but this would be a lot easier. So there we have our mold to make a bubble top. But you can see this is kind of distorted in here. It's got like kind of funky spots in it, and we're gonna make this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna make a nice, clean, clear bubble top. So I'm excited about that. So so it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to do. It's not complicated. Of course, you know, your first one probably isn't going to turn out great, and it looked easy to me until I started doing it. They're making the rubbers pretty easy, but the casting was quite challenging a little bit because it sets up so fast once you get it set, and because I'm pouring by hand, you got to be you kind of gotta, you don't have a lot of time, so you gotta keep pouring. So like when I do this here, I'm probably gonna have to mix maybe two batches, hopefully two or three batches to cast that. So that's going to be it for today. Again, I'm still kind of coming down from the Acme, and I really kind of took a break in here. I haven't been doing much, but I thought I'd get this ready so that we can do some vacuum forming in the future. So I want to have a couple different molds of different things, and this is one of them I wanted to do. I have to order some more. I'm almost out of my stuff. I have to, you can see it's almost down at about, oopsie. I need to order some more. But that's going to be it for today. You know, just wanted to do a little vacuum forming. Just to get a video out today. I did try my pens, these paint pens, and actually did some samples. They actually look pretty good. I like the results of them, so I'm definitely gonna use them. They're kind of funky. It's like it's got this end on it that you take off, and then you push down on this, and then it's got like let's see what I want to paint on. I guess I'll just paint on this. It's kind of like this is more like a brush. It's more like a soft, the whole thing's like a brush. So it's kind of interesting. So I think I'll definitely probably be using for little things. I probably won't be doing nothing large on them, but they are kind of cool. So I haven't physically tried them other than my sample. So I don't know. It looks like you're gonna need, on the metallics, you might need more than one coat on them. But when I do try them, I'll definitely post that. But so they seem pretty cool. And they had, I think they had those in different amounts, or different, you know, like I got the brass, copper, bronze, gold, silver, and gunmetal. you know, like full metal, but I think and that's AKM 105 is the one I got. But they had some different things in it. You know, you get bigger kits, smaller kits, but I thought they were interesting. So it says play markers for tabletop gamers, but it can be used on all kinds of stuff. So that's pretty cool. All right, that's going to be it for today. We will see you next time on the, hold on, Order Rake.